Okay.
And we're live. Good morning, California. Even though no one who listens to this is going to be in California.
Yeah, none of my videos are monetized. You can do whatever, man. Ain't no one care.
I know. Go ahead and give me just a nice wisdom roll to start off the session. To check.
Okay, a check, not a save.
To check.
Oh no, I gotta open my dice bag. Gotta open my I gotta open my dice bag. Oh shit. That's a what's my wisdom? That's a 13.
Oh.
There's a 13.
Okay. You find yourself finally able to relax. You slowly sink into the heated water. The objects in your
Hold on. Josh, how much shit do you have open right now? Because every time when we start these sessions, you are super robotic.
Because do you want to have open?
Look, we may as well record this shit live because my god.
Fucking testing.
I can barely hear you.
It's the fucking internet connection on my laptop.
Let's see, do I have to turn off my Wi-Fi? Is it bandwidth issues? It better not be.
No, it's not bandwidth issues, it's strictly connection issues.
Do I have to change the server on this?
No. I'm telling you it is 110%. There. Tony?
Mm-hmm.
Am I coming through loud and clear now?
There you go.
Yeah, it's my computer.
Yeah.
I have to fucking disconnect the Wi-Fi on my computer and reconnect it.
That's fair.
Alright, so, you find yourself finally able to relax. You slowly sink into the bath water of the hot springs in your bathing chamber back at the Earl King's Caves. It was a long journey, but the map that was given to you made it significantly easier. You find that traveling around Fairy now will be much simpler. And
Alright. What did the Earl King say when I made it back? If he said anything to me.
He was indisposed.
Okay.
You spend roughly 20 minutes just relaxing after a long journey, and the waters of the hot springs are slowly rejuvenating you and filling you with vigor and energy. And after about 20 or so minutes of just relaxing and sitting in the hot springs, you hear a knock at the entrance to your room.
A heavy knock or the knock like that caretaker lady uses?
It is a determined knock.
Enter.
You hear heavy booted footsteps on the stone floor of your room as they walk in and head for the bath chamber. And after a moment, a hunter enters the bath chamber.
Okay.
And
Do I recognize
kneels
one of
on
them?
one knee. He is wearing a helm at this point in time.
Okay. So he's one of the helmed ones?
No, but just a helm in general.
Okay.
All the hunters wear helms of one kind or
Yeah.
another,
I
or at
meant
least
one of the
hoods.
antlered ones.
Yeah, no, not one of the antlered.
I wait for him
He
to speak.
genuflects and kneels with his head down. You get the feeling he's waiting for you to address him once more.
Speak? What is it?
From beneath the helm, his voice sounds slightly echoey and ethereal.
Of course it does.
And he says, "The Lord wishes your presence."
Fair enough. That's all you had to say. And then I'll get
And
up and
with
start dressing.
that, he gets up and immediately walks out of the room.
Yep, I'll just start dressing. Quick drying off.
All right. And you're ready after a couple of minutes. You're fully kitted up in your hunter's leathers,
Yeah.
your ram's horn helm placed snugly upon your head, and
I wish there's a way to, like, just thunderclap silently. just insta dry. It'd be pretty great.
prestidigitation can dry you.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, I do have that. Alright, I use that then. Just like.
All right.
Like a fucking blow
And
dryer.
by this point in time, you know the location of the Earl King's private chambers,
Yeah.
though you are rarely summoned there.
Yeah. That's fair. Alright.
And as you are passing through the halls of the Earl King's compound, you notice that there are several fey creatures in arms and armor.
Oh. Oh, fantastic. Are they looking at me?
No, they seem to be fairly preoccupied preparing themselves for what appears to be a battle.
Okay, that's good. So I didn't break any Fey rules, Fey laws. Alright. Is the Earl King's chamber closed?
Yes, it is.
Alright, I knock on it.
Once you walk up to the Earl King's chamber, you notice that the door, previously a plain door, is now a very notably ornate carved entrance.
Okay. Have I seen this before?
No, this is actually a new feature on the Earl King's entrance. Before it was simply a door as any other door.
Yeah, but I mean this sort of entrance. Nothing like this has changed before like this?
Nothing has changed like that before,
Okay.
no. Though you can make a perception check on it.
Alright, sure, let's do it. That's gonna... Yep, nope. That's gonna be a... What's my perception? It's gonna be a 10.
Alright, yeah.
That's a negative. I mean,
That's a negative.
I doubt passive perception is gonna do anything with this, so...
No, it's gonna take actually focusing on it,
Yeah.
but not quite investigation. And so you knock on the entrance, and As you bring your hand down on the door for the third knock, the stone melts away. Enter! You hear a voice boom from inside.
Yep. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna puff my chest out and steel my mind and walk through.
And you find the Earl King sitting in a large chair that is somewhat similar to his throne, however, appears to have more padding and more comfort. And he is sitting in an otherwise empty room with a chair catty corner to him.
Catty corner.
You know,
How?
catty corner as in he has a chair in one corner of the room,
Oh, okay.
and the other chair is in the opposite corner of the room.
Okay.
You know this not to be his normal chambers.
Yeah. Okay. I'll kneel at the same distance that usually I kneel at. 15-ish feet.
Rise.
Okay. I stand up and I look at him.
Sit.
Oh.
And he gestures to the other chair.
Yep. Of course he does. Ah, shit. Okay. Alright, I'll do that.
Your trip to summer has caused quite a stir. Do you have anything you wish to say?
Do I assume that this is the message I sent, or me speaking with that summer champion? Because it could be either of those, or just my presence there.
Roll insight.
Okay. That's a fucking fuck. 14.
All right. You believe that it has little to do with the speaking to the summer champion. But other than that, you are unsure of what he's talking about.
Okay. Was this my... was this the message that was sent?
And he just kind of sits there and looks at you for a moment. Green fires blazing in his eyes. He says, "You have garnered quite a bit of attention from those of the unaligned Fae, and those of Summer who wish to betray her. Was there anything I need to know about your visit?"
When I got back, did I tell him about everything, or did he just accept my return?
Once again, he was indisposed and you were unable to get
Oh,
him to
that's
say
right.
that.
Okay. Okay. So I tell him about the troubles we had, and I tell him about that large boar creature that I don't quite know if he knows about, considering I've never even heard of it, or Zephyr hasn't at least. And then
He just kind of nods his head.
Then I tell him about entering through that sprite and the centaurs. And then I tell
Mm-hmm.
him about that sculptor lady. Dude. I don't know if it was a dude or a lady.
Lady.
And then I tell him about Titania herself and how that, like, exactly what I said and exactly what she said.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tell him about me sparring with the Summer Knight and finding a bit of refuge in what I assume are his temporary quarters, and then returning at utmost haste.
He nods his head politely, as you continue through telling him everything. And at the end, he says, "I see. You are dismissed. Prepare for battle."
Have you figured out what the issue, what caused this issue?
Yes. Do as you were told.
Understood. And I get up and leave. As long as you know, I don't want to be sent into battle for no fucking reason. As long as he knows why this happened, it's cool. It's
And
cool. All right.
I'm assuming that you have most of your gear at this point in time, aside from a couple of things.
Only like so I have all the
The
gear.
hunter's gear.
Yeah, I have all the hunter's gear, and then I have my trophy swords.
All right.
And water.
All right.
It was agreed that I can put those in the pocket dimension, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So those are just in my pocket dimension.
Yes.
And then I have water on my side.
Do you want to go back to your room and grab one of your iron swords?
Fuck no.
Just asking.
I'm pretty sure we've already established that that is an utter offense to literally everyone.
Yeah, it is. I just wanted to check.
Yeah, no. I have.
Because while it is an absolute insult, it is also pretty much your get out of jail free card.
Yeah. No, I think we're good.
All right.
Unless. That's rough. Yeah, no. Okay, let's just go.
You hear what sounds like a legion of war horns going off outside.
Okay. I'm gonna retcon this a little bit. I'm gonna grab a couple torches.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, and then
No
we're
problem.
good.
And all of the Fae that were previously preparing for battle now take up arms and march in file outside.
No cheering. No battle cry.
The Fae themselves are not joyous, though you do hear a couple excited cries from what you believe to be the other hunters.
Okay. Have I made any like allies,
Roll charisma a few times for me.
companions? Except for the handmaiden lady, because she seems friendly.
Roll charisma a few times.
10, so 9.
Okay.
6, so 5. Even worse, that's a 3. Nope. Okay, that was just a descaling
Did it go to 1?
That was a 1. Yep. Everyone
You
hates me.
literally, you got 9, 5, 3, and 1.
Yeah. Well, 9, 5, 4, and 1, but the 4 is a 3 because I have a negative
Yeah.
1. So a 0. Ooh, I'm
Okay.
real bad.
You've found that there are several customs which you are not familiar with, and it ostracizes you a bit from your fellow hunters, though they do share your companionship.
Okay,
They are innately your allies,
but
and are
I
allied
haven't
to
made
you,
friends per
but you
se.
haven't made friends, and in fact have made a couple enemies.
Enemies or rivals? Because that's a big difference.
Yes.
Okay. Is that
Not among the Fae, it's not.
okay? That's yeah. Oh, all right. What about the handmaiden lady? Because she's my only source of like cultural
she is
information.
friend.
Okay, she's a friendly. That's good.
She's duty bound to be your friend.
Okay. But it, yeah, you've told me that a few times already. But like, I've tried my best with her. All right.
We'll say the 9 is for her.
Yeah. I'm really trying my best to not get stabbed in the back, even though I know that they won't do it because they're fucking Fae. And if anything, I'm helpful to them. Alright, continue on. Let's fucking mess with some dudes.
As the Fey creatures are making their way outside, you hear a chorus of voices rise up with a cadence for marching into battle.
Okay. Man.
And
Fucking
due to the sheer mass of bodies moving out, it takes you about 5 minutes to finally make it outside. As you simply fall into file with one of the ranks of Fae. And you emerge to the sound of clashing blades, bellows, cries.
Okay. From the coloring alone of the enemy, do I know whether or not they are Summer Fae?
They appear to not be wearing any armor at all.
Okay. It's great when, I cause a battle and no one tells me what the fuck, why I did it, how I did it. But that's cool. It's cool. It's alright. Hearn said to kill, so I'm gonna kill. Fucking do it. As long as I don't get stabbed in the back by a fucking, let's go.
All right. You notice several large winged shapes flying above the ranks of your army.
Same kind of shapes that I saw before on the
No.
way to Summer Court.
Nope.
Okay.
These appear to be giant birds.
Oh, hey, yo, that's not cool.
And one of them swoops down
At me specifically?
at you specifically.
Okay. Was this immediate, like the moment it saw me?
Yes.
Ow. Alright, so I'm gonna be a target in this fight. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast with my bow. I'm assuming I already had it out.
As a reaction, you can try.
I mean, I'm assuming I already had the bow out.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. roll a couple d20s. I'm rolling so shit. That's a okay. Shibboleth is not back because he's a shadow puppy, right? It hasn't been long enough.
It has not been 3 days now.
All right, so only one of them I think hits for a 19.
All right.
Right? Yeah.
The Eldritch Blast hits the winged shape in the side, scoring inky blackness from it.
Okay, is this a Gloomstalker? I don't want to fight no Gloomstalker. All right, I'm level 5.
And it appears undeterred as it picks you up.
Ah, shite.
And
I don't even roll damage. Oh, okay.
And flies back up to an equal height to several of the other winged shapes.
Oh, great! It's gonna fucking tear me apart midair like a flock of vultures.
And you roll perception for me.
You got it, boss. That's cocked. That's okay. 11.
You notice that there are people on the backs of all of the other birds.
Yeah, I figured.
And upon further investigation, they are other hunters.
All right. Have I seen their faces before?
They are all wearing helmets,
I've
though you do see some of the antlered ones. In fact, most of the ones on birds have antlered helms.
Cool. So okay. All right. I fuck. I can't do anything here. The best I got is a thunderclap,
All right.
which I don't make an attack for. It's just they make a con saving throw. Anyone in 5 feet of me.
All right. Just so you know, you are currently 100 feet above the ground.
Yeah, that's fine. I have levitate.
Yep.
I mean, do they seem aggressive? Is that like this is
Do the-
clearly an aggressive act, right?
So one thing I want to point out, the talons are not actively piercing you; they are simply holding you.
Okay, then never mind. Okay. I don't know what you want me to do here, man. Shit's rough.
You can attempt to speak to it in Sylvan.
That's a funny joke, buddy. Nah, I'm tanky. If they're gonna damage me, I'll just fucking thunderclap and fall. I'll wait a bit, wait a second, see if they fucking shoot me.
All right. The bird lets go of you.
Yep, it's gonna drop me. Okay.
And as you are falling, swoops down and flies directly underneath you, causing you to land on its back.
Alright, that is what it is.
And you hear a voice in your mind. Saying, sometimes it's better to take to the skies.
Well, does this recognize as a spell, or is it just like telepathy?
It is telepathy.
Okay, so I can't reply. I'm just gonna yell
And
out, "You could have warned me!"
and you notice several of the helmed hunters cheering as you are now on the back of the bird, as they are blasting eldritch blasts from atop their giant birds.
That's fair, okay. I mean, better target acquisition, I guess, but alright.
You are now on top of a bird that is that has a wingspan of 35 feet.
Is this a rock?
It is a bird made of pure shadows.
It's okay, so it's pretty much a Gloomstalker. That's cool. Alright, I guess we're just gonna do this, just rain Eldritch Blasts. I guess this is how the fight's gonna go.
Alright. As you survey the battlefield, you notice that many of the creatures that are attacking are very bestial. They're not quite beast races or half beasts like you've seen in the Earl King's compound or even at Summer. They tend to be more beast than humanoid. Walking among them, you see a six-legged behemoth with giant tusks.
Are these like were creatures or like shifters? Or just like monster races?
They're intelligent beast races.
Okay.
They're essentially intelligent creatures.
Okay. Would I have any notion as to who these creatures are aligned with?
They are unaligned.
Okay. I have no notion as to why this is going on, but alright. Let's fucking rock it. I guess I'm just gonna, all I got at this range is to fucking throw Eldritch Blast from my bow.
Keep in mind, all of your ranged attack spells currently have the range of your bow.
Yep, I know. Oh wait, all of my range attacks?
Yeah. That's one of the attributes of the hunter's bow.
Yeah, I have 2 of those. All of my shit. She's a melee character. Yeah, she has Witch Bolt and Eldritch Blast. Like everything else.
I like the enthusiasm.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt a cone spell is a 300-foot range, but yeah.
I think it's in reference to all of your ranged attack spells, things you have to roll attack for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because a cone spell is a save, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. Well, it usually is. Unless I can, like, somehow cast for Thunderclap from an arrow.
That would be a neat trick.
That'd be pretty cool. Like a tiny exploding arrow.
Yeah. So,
all I got is
while these Fae do seem unaligned, you notice that there is a small figure standing atop the behemoth, and he appears to be commanding them.
Okay. I'm not flying this bird, am I?
You can command it.
Am I the only one on this bird?
You are the only one on this bird.
Okay. This is rough. I'm gonna stick. Where are the other?
The other hunters are currently circling roughly 100 feet in the air.
Over the
raining
leader?
Yeah.
Seemingly?
Over the army. They seem to be attempting to draw a line of battle, a battle line that they can easily reinforce by giving a break in the combat.
Considering that I am... If I break from them, I'd be alone. I'm gonna stick with them. and assist them.
Alright.
Because going alone and trying to fuck with the big bad evil guy isn't the smartest idea. Let's see.
It's a wise move. Roll perception for me.
That's a nat 1.
You don't notice anything important.
That's fine, yeah. Uh-huh. You know, Josh, you're allowed to tell me as a character crucial details that I need to know. Yeah, dude. I can't fucking 1v1 the boss in the middle of an army, so I'm just gonna keep fucking Eldritch blasting.
Alright. You notice that a lot of these smaller creatures are falling as your aim strikes true almost every shot. And after about 3 to 4 minutes of this constant rain of fire, it appears that the several of the Fae of the Earl King have set up fortifications very quickly. Many of them just simply calling Earth and creating battlements. And as a wave crashes into the shore, the unaligned Fae are driving forward, attempting to break through. And you see a glowing green light come from atop the mountain from which the cave sits under.
Okay. So from our territory?
Yes.
Is this like Eldritch Blasty green light?
It's like Earl King green light, yes.
It's okay. Is he casting spells? Or is he fighting somebody in his chambers? From my perception alone.
He appears to be helping the hunters find their mark.
Oh, okay. So he's assisting.
Yes. You have advantage on all of the attack rolls you make.
Oh, hell yes. Okay.
And with that, an arrow strikes your bird.
Yep. Of course it does, because I waited too long. An arrow?
Yeah.
Alright. That's fair. Get some... like 300 feet in the air?
You're resting about 100 feet in the air.
Oh.
On level with on level with all the other hunters.
Okay.
It does not kill the bird outright, and the bird kind of glides to the ground. What do you do?
Where am I gliding to?
You can surmise that it is kind of just gliding in a circle, and you will land in a similar spot that you currently flying above.
I'm gonna tell the burb to flank along the left side of the, what do you call it? The kind of like the no man's land, like that middle line of battle.
Yes. Yep. I know what you're talking about. I don't know the term either. And the bird kind of nods, a bit like bobs its head. And you notice your trajectory change slightly as you are now gliding towards your intended destination.
Yep. I'm also prepared to, if it gets shot down again, like,
levitate?
Yeah, to jump and levitate.
Alright. You notice that the bird makes a fairly smooth landing, given its current predicament, and you see a large barbed arrow sticking in one of its wings.
Shit. Does it look repairable? Mendable?
Potentially. However, you would have to remove the arrow.
Yeah. That's the issue here. It doesn't look like it's gonna be able to fly if I remove the arrow, does it?
You would have to patch the wound and then it would be able to fly, but it would be flying at half its normal.
Yeah, I don't even have supplies for that right now. So I'm just gonna tell it to retreat and stay safe.
It kind of nods its head and it disappears into blackness.
Okay.
And
do I have the power that I have when I'm on a hunt right now?
You attempt to call your steed and find that it rises.
Thank the lords. Okay. This is good. Where is the big boss? Is he in the center or in the back? Or in the front? Because he could be just...
He is near the back. There are very few lines of lines. It's more of a mob of which he is near the back of.
Okay. Oh boyo. There's no like good way going about this. Were they kind of generally dying, like one hit, one shot?
They were falling left, right, and center.
Okay.
To the ranks of the Earl King.
This is a sort of mountainous area, right? There's no trees.
There are very few trees, but shortly after you leave the entrance to the Earl King's compound, it does get more dense.
Okay, so there are trees the farther out I go. We don't... do I know if there are any, like, ground, like, shock troops, like, heavier troops that I can stay near to assist?
For the Earl King?
Yeah.
You notice that there is a line of minotaurs currently pushing against the Fae.
Okay.
On the outside of the battlements, which house several satyrs with bows.
Have I met any of them?
You recognize them by face, if not by name.
That's fair. Okay. I'm going to go weave through the battle, you know, with one that I know, or have met at least. And
you can assume that many of them know you, as you are kind of famous.
Yeah. Yeah. Famous or infamous? At this point, I feel infamous.
Renown.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Well known across the 7. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with with him or her.
Right. As you approach, you see a somewhat aged satyr with a lengthy beard, wielding a longbow.
Okay.
And he looses an arrow that flies into the eye of what appears to be some sort of dark-haired canine that was kind of blinking around the battlefield.
Sure. I'm going to, if I can, weave between two of the minotaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Step forward, step just in front of them, and then cast Fear into the army. So it's a 30-foot cone.
All right. All right. What's that?
And then if it fails,
what's the DC on that?
My DC is 13.
Okay.
If it fails, it must drop its weapon and become frightened of me for a minute, or until I drop concentration.
All right. You notice that your spell seems almost supercharged,
Hey ho.
and as you
Is my fear
finish the
misplaced?
final,
Because I feel way stronger than I should be. Is my fear misplaced?
no,
Okay. Alright, I'm just like... I feel like I could dive in and just wreck shit, but I don't want to because... You know... Alright, go on.
yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
don't run in. You could,
I could.
you would live, you could live for a while.
I'm pretty... I'm not a meat... I'm not a health bag at all. Yeah.
And you notice that rather than affecting the area that you know it should affect, it sends the closest 80 feet of creatures running for their lives.
So that's literal. Okay, that's double and a half. All right. That's a cone, by the way, not a line.
Oh, I know.
All right. All right. All right. Sure.
And the creatures are simply slain by those who are behind them.
That's a full minute of just minotaurs charging in.
And this causes the Earl King's forces to gain significant ground.
All right. I'm going
and you
to...
hear a round of cheers come from high above.
Yeah. I'm gonna move to the center of the line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna retreat, you know, like retreat a good 10 feet, just as long as I'm behind the front line. Then go to the middle and do the same thing. Just blap. Fucking fear.
Alright.
Because I have 3 spells now.
And, what level spell are you casting that at?
It's Fear's a 3rd level spell.
Alright. You notice this time it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I got counterspelled. Didn't I? Did it, like, break in my hand when I casted it? Or in my bow?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna...
As you were weaving the spell, and you brought it to a close, it
shattered.
suddenly unraveled in front of you.
Scheiße. Okay, I'm not smart enough to figure out if that was like dispel magic or... Was I 100 feet at least from the big bad guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's probably him. Oh, I don't want to waste another spell. I'm gonna try to stealth. I'm gonna back up a little bit. You know, stay in our enemies or in our allies.
You are whenever you are behind the Minotaurs, you are playing what would be considered full cover.
Yeah, I figured as much.
So stealthing would be at an advantage because they can't see you anyways.
I mean, yeah, but no, it really just if that's your ruling. I'm gonna try to steal. Oh, fucking thank the lords. That's a 18.
Okay, what was the other roll?
Oh, it's an advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 18.
Okay. I was really concerned. I was concerned that, like, the nat 1 was real.
Yeah, no. I've just been getting, like, not good rolls.
Alright. You wrap your dark brown leather cloak around you, and you believe yourself to be completely hidden from the enemy, and you notice that there are no arrows actively targeting you, or any missiles of any kind.
Alright. I'm gonna fucking... How close am I from the big bad guy?
You are within 80 feet.
I'm gonna witch bolt.
Alright.
Fucking 3rd level witch bolt. Eat it.
Roll attack with advantage.
Oh, it's D12, isn't it? That's a that's a delicious natural 20.
That's my boy right there. Alright, double that damage, bud.
Double the dice, double damage. It's a big difference.
Double the dice.
Okay. Or do I do?
I mean, normally I just have you roll the dice and then the damage on it. Because that's easier. Especially when you're using physical dice.
14. So 24 plus 29
Alright.
for the initial hit.
You see a lance of viridian energy shoot from your bow and strike this small creature on the back of a behemoth.
Oh, sorry, that was the damage. The attack was... Oh no, yeah, I rolled a natural 20, that's right. Doer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 29. Cool. I'm
All
freaking
right,
out.
it's fine, don't worry, bud. It strikes this small creature on the back of the behemoth, and you see it drop to one knee.
Okay.
As the arrow is pierced through what you would assume to be its heart.
Oh, do I add my arrow damage?
No,
Okay.
it's just
that's an Eldritch Blast thing.
It's an
I mean the bow damage. You know.
Oh, the bow damage?
Yeah.
No, not to any spells other than your Eldritch Blast.
Okay, that's a shoot. Cool. How big is that creature? Is it like?
Oh, the large creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge.
Okay.
Imagine an elephant, but like an elephant and a half.
Does this remind me of that creature we saw chasing me?
No, but as it roars, you notice that it is a very similar sound to the roar you heard in the forest when you were running through.
The one that feared the sprite, or
No, there was a point in time when you heard like the crash of trees and heavy footsteps and bellowing roars come from the forest.
okay.
The fear came from the shrill cry of the Orbat.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is not the name of the creature, but.
All right. I can just keep doing that for a full fucking minute of. Yeah, just D12.
And you notice a gout of flames spout from the back of the behemoth, directly at the front lines of the Earl King.
Okay. I don't have counterspell, so.
You are a few ranks back.
Yeah, I'm not at the front line.
Yeah, so you aren't in danger from the spell as it splatters against the shields of the Minotaurs.
Okay.
And
my
you
strength
see
is 0. That's right. Hey-ho.
You see 2 of them fall now.
Okay.
And some others are wounded as well. And with that, it's going to be back to you, bud.
I don't have any bonus actions. I don't.
You could throw your spear.
I can't. Well, I mean, if I do that, then I drop Witch Bolt.
Oh, that's fair, yeah. Because you have to do it every action.
Yeah. I'm gonna bonus action Bloodrite,
All right.
I guess. And then just Witch Bolt again. I don't know if it's gonna add damage, but hey.
All right. Roll damage for Witch Bolt and Bloodrite.
Oh hey ho. It's a D6 now because I'm a god.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good. That's 10. That's okay. That's all right. That's below average, but you know, hey, it happens.
Yep. All right. You see the creature on the back of the behemoth convulsing.
Yep.
As he falls prone. And then gets back up.
Ah, shit.
And then you see the already enormous grow in size and charge forward. It is at this point that you hear the Earl King's voice in your mind.
Cool, I'm gonna need help.
And he says, "Go with my power, Hunter." And suddenly, you feel a lot stronger and faster.
Ah, shit.
And roll initiative.
Yep, okay. I lose that initiative. That's a 5.
You don't lose that initiative.
Oh. That's great. Shit, I shouldn't have blood righted. God damn it. She's gonna be all like, "Oh, and use melee combat." I would have fucking brought my spears up. But hey, it's okay.
As it's running at you, you can bonus action to summon your spears. I'll allow it.
Yeah, but
before the initiative roll.
Yeah, but the issue is like I don't want to blood right both my spears and then be like, "Brr."
Yeah, it's fair.
Do I get disadvantage on my Eldritch Blast if he's too close? I don't think so. Like, I usually I don't.
If you're using your bow to channel it, then yes.
That's fine.
But you don't have to use your bow to channel an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So if you're just doing it from your hand, then it doesn't. But you get an additional amount of damage when you use your bow for Eldritch Blast. That's the balance of it.
Yeah. Okay. Where's he at this point in time?
He is currently 40 feet in front of you.
Oh, okay.
And is running at you.
I'm gonna back up 10 feet. Well, 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Which is probably...
You notice that it takes you a little over half the time to move back 15 feet than it normally would.
Oh, I'm faster? Fuck yeah. Does he have range?
What, the giant fucking crazed beast?
Yeah. Like, does he have range attacks other than the fire? That I've seen?
The creature on top seems to be the one that's stealing all of the ranged attacks, though the large creature does have hands and can pick things up.
Okay. He eats a fucking minotaur at me. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna back up like 20 feet then, and then just let loose an Eldritch Blast.
All right. So one thing I'd like to let you know is during this you feel that your movement speed has been increased from 30 to 45.
Okay.
And an Eldritch Blast, you say?
Eldritch Blast.
All right. Roll that damage.
I have advantage still, yes?
Yes.
One
The Arrow King is essentially helping you with everything.
14 and another natural 20.
All right. Roll damage. And double the damage. And was this at the creature or at the little figure on top?
Well, I'm gonna go for the guy on top, because I don't think I can burst the big guy down.
Alright.
With my... Ooh. No, it wouldn't. My extra attack doesn't give me... Do I have extra attack at level? I do, yeah.
Extra attack refers to martial attacks.
Well,
not spells, I believe.
No, if I take the attack action, I can do two attacks.
Yes.
So my question is, does my Eldritch Blast count as an arrow? I think we've already gone over this, but I don't recall.
It still counts as a spell, and it functions in a similar way to if this were an opportunity attack, you would not be able to cast an Eldritch Blast as an actual attack. Okay. It would have to be a physical attack using your spears or a regular arrow.
Okay, and I haven't gotten any arrows. That's a pain.
You actually do have some arrows now.
I do have some arrows?
Yes. They were with your hunter's gear.
Okay. I don't recall that.
No, you received them whenever you left Summer. I didn't add them to your inventory.
Okay.
I thought I told you about them. I'm sorry.
Either way, I casted 2 Eldritch Blasts, and one of them was a crit.
Okay, cool. Roll damage.
Am I doubling just the Eldritch Blast die?
No, you're doubling your bow die as well.
Okay. So one of them is doubled. So 8, 12... 18, 24, 29.
All right, and that's at the small figure?
Yeah, that's at the little guy on top.
All right.
Whew.
You hit him, and he falls off of the back of the large beast.
That's good. Fall damage is fun.
And he is now laying bloodied. Well, not necessarily bloodied, but he's gasping on the ground.
Okay, so he's fucking hurt.
Roll perception on him real quick.
He's in the crowd, isn't he?
No, there's now a large swath of space between the monsters fighting and the giant beast.
Get advantage on this?
No.
Okay. Fuck. 12.
You notice that he appears to be some sort of wooden creature.
So he is wooden. The big thing is not wooden?
The big thing is not wooden, no.
What the fuck are these wooden fuckos? Are they just like leprechauns? I know that's not what leprechauns are, but still. Okay. Yeah, that's all I got for this turn. I backed up. And that's,
All right.
yeah, that's it.
The large behemoth picks up the small creature.
Oh, is he gonna yeet him at me?
And with one large burly arm kind of cradles it and protects it.
Oh, this is freaky.
And is going to charge at you with its tusks.
He can go that far?
I'm not going to say he's going to hit, he's going to charge at you. How far away are you?
I
You're
moved. I was already at like 30,
You're like
40
100
feet.
feet away, right?
Well, he charged before.
Yeah,
He ran at me
40
before.
feet, so
And then
you're
now he's
60
doing it
feet away.
again. So yeah, I
Yeah.
moved back just to be far enough to be like at least 50, 60 feet away from him.
Yeah, you were 60 feet away. He does not make it to you, though he does
Ram
knock
through everybody else.
several ranks of minotaurs out of the way. Though they do slow him down a bit, so he's now 30 feet.
Yeah. All right.
And that's going to be his turn. The you see a slight green glow come from within the crevice of his arm where he's cradling the creature.
Wait, say again?
You notice a slight green glow come from the crevice of his arm where he's cradling the creature.
Okay. Shit. Is it a vibrant green or like the same green I'm used to?
It's a vibrant green.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume healing. That's some bullshit. I can't get a target on him, can I? Unless I'm in the air.
Not unless the behemoth drops him. You get up in the air.
Okay. I don't have my witch bolt anymore because I took a different action. I'm. Yeah. I'm gonna move as far back as I can.
Okay, 45 feet.
Yeah, and then switch out the bow for 2 spears.
Alright.
Using my action and bonus action, and then just end my turn there.
Okay.
Because I can't do anything else.
Okay. The creature bellows and stomps its foot down on a minotaur, turning it into a red mist.
Okay.
And
he doesn't charge me
it
though?
It is going to stay put.
Okay. I'm then going to move forward with both spears.
Your full movement or half movement?
Just, again, just far enough to be out of his charge range.
Okay.
From what I noticed beforehand. And then I'm gonna double Eldritch Blast.
Alright.
With both spears.
Roll
because eventually I'm expecting him to fucking get in melee with me, which is not gonna be good. So I'm gonna want both spears out. That's good. That's okay. So that's an 18 for that one, and that's a 21 for the other one. So I think both hit, right?
Yep, both hit.
Where's my D10? D10? No, thank you. Oh shit.
That's fuck.
Okay, that's a good. Ooh, that's actually really good. That's a good 20.
All right, where are you aiming with these Eldritch Blasts?
Now I'm aiming at him, at his face.
At his face? Okay.
Like, I mean, he has fucking like monster arms, right?
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Yeah, I can't blast through his arms to hit the little guy.
All right. So because you're hitting him in the face, he's gonna roll con.
In the face. I hit your face in the
What's your spell save DC?
13.
Okay.
Because for some reason my wisdom is way lower than it should have been. But
it's all right.
I need to put down now that I have extra attack.
You know you can. Oh, you're not using your bow anymore, so you're not able to use your dex.
For what?
You can use it as your spell modifier with your bow.
Yeah, I'm not doing that right now because I'm expecting him to get into.
Yeah, exactly.
Melee with me. Even so, my spell save would only be 1 higher.
Yeah, and no, he's gonna like kind of blink and stagger backwards a little bit.
Okay.
And you notice that he kind of loosens his grip on the small creature. And is that going to be your turn?
Movement. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
I mean, well, I don't have to. Has he been resistant to anything so far?
You have seen him take full damage from everything you've thrown at him.
Okay.
And you notice that one of the Eldritch Blasts made him lose an eye.
Okay. Can I roll, just roll his survival, or, history, or...
To try and figure out what this thing is?
Yeah. Figure something out about this guy?
By all means, go ahead.
With my Hunter's Bane.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Is this going to be a straight intelligence check, or history?
It's going to be history.
Okay. I think my history... Yeah, so that's going to be a 16.
16. Okay.
Because my religion... I don't know why I took fucking...
You know the... You know legends of this creature. However, its name was long lost to any mortal scripts. You know of a creature that matches its description that was said to be fiercely loyal to whoever commanded it.
Okay.
And it has no notable resistances or any notable weaknesses other than just straight hitting
being
in the
a
face.
tanky fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's gonna be my turn then.
All right. And with that, it is going to kind of lopsidedly charge at you. But because it's kind of still reeling from that hit to the face,
because it's fucked up,
and also is carrying something, it's not gonna be able to move its full movement speed, and it's simply gonna rest about 20 feet away from you and angrily sweep its arm at several minotaurs. Make a dex check.
Whoop. 15.
All right.
It's not a save, right? Yeah, no.
No, it's a check.
That wouldn't matter.
You managed to duck out of the way of a flying minotaur.
Do I recognize that one?
Yes.
Okay.
You do. His name was Gore.
Sorry. Is he dead?
You can check.
Okay. I'm gonna go with I can assume.
And as he flies over your head, you just see startled cow eyes. And one of his horns grazes your cheek.
Real sad cow eyes.
And with that, it's going to be the end of the beast's turn.
Okay. How close is he to me? Right now?
He's 20 feet away.
20 feet. Alright, I'm just gonna... Does Zephyr know the command for rally? Or the word for rally? In Sylvan?
In Sylvan? You know that the rallying call of the hunt is the...
Okay. I still have my horn, right?
Which is always on your side.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the horn and charge the fucko.
Alright.
Double spears.
I'll allow that to be a bonus. To use
a bonus? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. It still gives me an extra attack, so I can attack twice.
Alright.
Thank God for advantage.
Did you like roll a nat?
Oh! Thank God for advantage. I rolled both times a nat 1 and a nat 20.
Alright.
And if you don't believe me, that's okay. That's okay. That's fine.
Don't touch the dice. I'll be right there.
So I rolled the white and the blue at the same time. Then I rolled the blue and the red at the same time.
Okay.
If you don't want me to one-shot your boss, it's okay. Yeah, that's fair. It's the little guy, isn't it?
Yes. Alright. So, go ahead and roll damage on both your spears.
Okay. I choose between my damages, right?
Yes.
So it's... Is it 2d8 for my spears, right? No. 2d...
It should be listed in your equipment.
It's 2d6, right?
No, it's 2d6 for Shibby. I believe it's 2d8.
2d8. Yeah, it's 2d8 and a d6.
Yep, 2d8 and a d6.
And then I choose between fire and ice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna go both ice. Yeah. That's good.
And
That's good.
where are you stabbing this this behemoth?
Is he nailed down at this point?
No, he is currently standing tall. The same height he has been, though he is once again.
I'm just gonna try to. Can I reach his, like, the back of his legs?
You can reach roughly the middle of his calf, though if you throw the spears.
I'm gonna go for his like Achilles tendon then.
All right.
So that's gonna be a 9, which doubles to an 18, so 21.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doubling the the modifier because I don't think you're supposed to. That's a much better roll. Oof. Ooh. 13, 17. 17 times 2 is 34?
Yes.
37.
Okay.
So 37 plus the 21.
You bring both of your spears down on the Achilles tendon of this great beast, and you notice, as you are piercing this enormous leg, that the spears grow vicious barbs. And as you wrench them out, you hear a snap. And you see frost coating the entire foot as it darkens to a deep blue.
It's got frostbitten and broken. Alright. That's some good stuff. Yeah, and then the bonus action was using the horn.
Yes. And as you dart back out of the way as the creature's weight falls onto that leg,
Yep.
You look and see
Come on, drop the guy. Drop the midget.
an enormous horde of beasts running and attacking and meeting a wall of the Earl King's forces.
Okay.
They all surge around you, leaving an area of as they do not want to get close.
Yeah, he's rough to. All he does is swing everything around. I don't think you want to be near him.
And you also notice that the small figure tumbles from his arm.
That's good. He's a caster. He's important to take out.
I'm gonna roll dex for the little Spriggan guy.
Yeah. Is it for fall damage? Because that'd be acrobatics.
It's actually to determine whether or not he's able to like maintain any sort of balance and not land prone.
Okay.
And he kind of rolls to his feet with a nat 20. And it is now his turn.
Feel it. The fates have deemed that awesome shit will happen today. I'm gonna dive that fucko.
Oh, it's his turn.
Oh, it's his turn. Okay, these are my turn.
And with that, it is his turn. And
I'm out of spell slots.
make a dex save.
Something I'm generally decent at. I don't get advantage with this, do I?
Nope.
That's cocked, kind of. Yeah, that's okay. That's a 7.
Okay. Vines sprout from the ground.
Okay. He's gonna cast Entangle. It's okay. That's cool.
And ensnare you.
Yep. He's gonna do that. I see. That's me a strength check to get out of, huh?
Yep.
Shit. It's been an action to get out of, which is even worse. And even worse than that is the fact that I'm just gonna be wasting actions fucking trying to get out of this shit. Okay.
And with that, it goes back to you, bud.
Yep. I have only one thing to do, which is to strength check out of here.
Alright.
Which is gonna be a flat roll. I don't think it's a saving throw. Right? It's a,
to break
it's a check.
To break a
It's like breaking rope.
restraint like that. Yeah, it's not a save, it's a check.
Loot. 18.
Alright, you break out.
Fuck yeah. Okay. But that's my fucking action, you piece of shit.
After you break loose from the several vines that had entangled you, you look up to see that the hunters are no longer in the sky. And are instead on the ground fighting.
Okay.
And with that, it's going to go back to his turn.
Come on, cast them at me. Do it. Do it.
And he is going to send a multicolored orb of energy at you.
Is this a spell attack?
Yes, it is very
I'm
sticky.
gonna use my Blood Curse of Spell Sunder.
Alright.
Amplified.
Alright.
What is the spell's level?
It is a 3rd level spell.
Okay, he has to make a DC 13 Wisdom save to even attack me with it. And if he fails, he misses automatically.
Alright. If you want to walk in here and see the 17 he rolled,
that's fine. He still gets disadvantage on the throw because I used the spell anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a nat 1.
Cool.
As he calls this orb of energy, it coalesces in front of him.
I'm gonna like cutting words him.
He breaks concentration for a moment due to a sudden attack of yours, attempting to rip the spell from his hands, and it ends up erupting in his face.
In my best Sylvan accent, I'm just gonna say eat dirt.
And I'm just gonna roll the 3d8 that was in damage.
Yeah, and I take a d6 damage. Or
don't worry. He takes 12.
Yeah, that's fucking solid. I take 2. Ha. Okay. I'm breaking everything. I've taken
with that, it goes back to you.
7 damage this whole fight, and all of it was from me. Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna dive him and triple attack him.
All right. Roll your attacks.
Spear. Okay. That's a. I'm using my dex for this, right? Or my strength for spears.
Dex.
Okay.
And by the way, these spears aren't considered light weapons, so you can't bonus action attack with your dual weapon fighting.
I thought they were.
No, I mentioned that the ones you used in the original fight were, but these ones are not.
Fuck.
They are still dex-based weapons, though.
That's some bullshit. Okay. Then I guess it's just 2 attacks. $17 and over 20.
17 and over 20?
Yeah.
So you rolled at least a 13.
Yeah.
All right. And both do hit, yes. Go ahead and roll damage.
Fire in this guy's fucking face. All fire.
Smart move.
10, 15 for the first attack. And 17 for the second.
Alright. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot.
How much of that was fire damage? The 2d6, but how much did they equal to?
Well, that one was a 2. and we can just assume the other one was a 3 because I don't remember exactly what it was. So
Okay.
5 damage ish.
Okay, double that.
Hey, so 10 damage ish.
Okay, so the total damage now is...
Just subtract 5 and add 10.
Yeah.
So just add 5.
35 damage.
There you go.
Okay.
Because he's a wooden fuck.
Yeah. And let's see. We're gonna go ahead and...
Do I have any idea what this guy is?
Yeah. You do.
Do I?
Yeah. You do.
He is a leprechaun.
Fuck. I knew it.
What is this fucking guy? I mean, he's similar, right, to the boar creature, right? Kind of. I don't recall.
No, he's not. He is a humanoid made of wood.
Huh.
And I've simply referred to him as a creature because you haven't taken him to like analyze, look at him. But upon fully looking at him, you realize him to be a shockingly large Spriggan.
Oh. Okay, we talking like Skyrim Spriggan?
Yeah, roughly that size. Those Spriggans do exist in D&D, I believe.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna use the bathroom. This like liter of soda is fucking me up. Okay. So it's his turn, yes?
Yes.
Bring it new.
And you notice that as he
oh, he's gonna regen.
As he is struck by the flame, it sort of coalesces in his hands.
Oh, see, ah. Don't tell me he's got like absorb elements.
And he is going to swipe at you.
I wasn't ready.
With very sharp fingers.
You got it, dude.
And what's your AC?
15. 16.
16. Okay, it hits.
Okay.
And you are going to take
I'm not
11
happy
damage.
about this, but okay. That's fine. That's cool. That's okay. Okay.
And that's going to be his turn.
Alright, buddy. I'm gonna bonus action electrocute one of them. Blood right.
Oh, okay.
So one of these will do an extra d6.
Okay.
And then make 2 attacks. So my first one is the extra d6.
Okay, no problem.
Cool. 19 plus 6 is some awesomeness. Actually, it's like plus 9 because it's a fucking plus 3 spear. No, it's not a plus 3
It's
spear.
a total of plus 7.
Plus 7. Is the hunter spear that I summon a plus 1 spear?
I'm asking you a lot of questions. Let me check.
Cool, because when I originally got them, it was a plus 3 spear. But I know it's not that anymore. Like, there's no way. Because if it is that, then I get a plus 9 to attack.
Yeah. No, that was specific to the battle.
So it's a normal spear.
It's not a plus 3. I think it is a plus 1 in your inventory though. Check.
No, it's in my inventory. It's a plus 3.
Oh, is it a plus 3 in your inventory?
I've just been not using the plus 3 because I didn't know.
Yeah, it's a plus 1 spear.
Okay.
My bad.
Cool. So that's still a 28.
Mm-hmm.
Just checking. And then the second attack is 15.
That's for accuracy to break armor class.
Yeah.
It hits.
Okay. So hit number 1. 11. So 12 piercing and slashing.
Mm-hmm.
4 lightning, and then 12 fire because the fire is doubled.
Okay.
And then the second hit, 6 fire, doubled, and 14 piercing slashing.
All right. You notice that this wooden creature is suddenly engulfed in flames
Hey ho.
and reduced to ashes.
Blue lightning ashes.
All except for a green beating heart.
Oh, I'm fucking snagging that if I can.
And roll a dex saving throw.
Oh, is he gonna explode in fire? Oh, that's cocked. As much as I hate to say that. Okay, that's just as good. 18.
All right.
I was really sad because I'm like, that's a really good roll, but it's fucked.
All right. Take 10 damage.
That's okay. That could have been much worse.
Yeah, no. I got a max roll on 2d10s.
Oh, shit.
So it's a good thing
That
you made
would
the
have,
save.
yeah, that would have brutalized me. It wouldn't have killed me, but I'd have been like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. That's not cool, fucko.
And you notice that in the pile of ashes is still bright, glowing green beating heart.
Did it? What happened? Did it explode?
Um,
The fuck?
it released a torrent of green energy.
When I
And you
tried to touch
noticed
it,
that
or when it died?
when it died.
Okay, I was gonna say.
And you notice that in a 40-foot area around you, there is wild plant growth.
Okay, so nature damage. You got it. Fucking Christ. Cool. Is it back to my
And
turn, or is it the big dude's?
the big dude is currently trying to figure out how to walk with a frozen foot. And he's gonna
Wait,
no, he's he's freaking out.
he's got a stump now. He's
Oh,
got
it's shattered.
the Adam Sandler foot
Yeah,
from
from Mr. Deeds.
yeah.
Um, and you notice it. The beast that has been kind of just trying to walk on that foot, angrily stomp down on it and just shatters
Yep.
the frozen foot.
That's what happens when you fuck with the mortal champion of the hunt, my friend.
And it is going to lopsidedly charge you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you react?
If I let him hit me, it's gonna be a strength saving throw. If I try to dodge, it's gonna be a dex saving throw. I hope. So I'm gonna try to dodge.
All right,
Dodge
roll
roll,
dex.
like dodge roll the side.
Okay.
That's good. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. You nimbly roll out of the way of its reckless charge as it plows through the battlements that were once fortified.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, they were just made. Okay. Okay.
And now go ahead, bud.
I'm going to swiftly pick up that little heart, put it in my bag or my pocket,
Okay.
or wherever.
That's going to be an action to pick it up.
Sure.
Yeah, bonus action. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
You still have a
pick
full
that up.
action.
How far is the big guy away from me now?
He is currently 30 feet behind you.
3 feet behind me. Okay. I'm just gonna double attack him.
All right. Roll attack.
Oh, that wasn't a roll. That was a fucking drop. No. Advantage, right?
Yes, you have advantage.
Okay, so that's 17 and 19. I think.
All right. Yep, both hit. He's really easy to hit.
Yeah, he's a big doofer.
Both of these guys were really low AC.
Okay. Why is math so hard today? 16 hacking and slashing damage, and then 2 fire, 3 lightning for that first hit.
All right.
And then another 14 normal damage, and then 4 fire.
All right. And
Yeah, what the fuck? Math is
you
not easy.
notice that it is currently staggering about, and looks a bit dazed as it rounds to charge you again. And it's going to charge at you.
Okay.
And due to your close proximity, it's going to roll. And
well, for a charge, it has to move forward.
Yeah, well, it's essentially turning and swiping with its tusks.
Okay, I was gonna say. Because usually charge abilities are really strong.
Yeah. It's gonna turn and swipe at you with its tusks. And it ties with AC at 16.
Okay, I guess.
Let's see. It deals 4 damage.
Feels bad, giant man.
And as it turns to face you, you notice that one of its tusks is now broken.
That will make for a decent trophy, but so will the heart. So, I'm going to... no, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't matter. That would just give me some stupid fucking disadvantage. Don't have many spells. I use literally all of my abilities. Okay. How much do I think this guy weighs? He's huge, right?
Yes, he is currently enormous. He weighs over a ton.
Yeah. I don't want to back up and take more damage, so I'm just gonna keep wailing on him.
All right. Roll to hit.
Okay. Ba 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 ba. 19 and fuck. Really? 2 and a 5. 12, I think, right? 5 plus 7, 12.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
Hey ho! I'm gonna break his other fucking ankle.
Alright.
I'm gonna jab my one spear into the ground, run past it, and break his other fucking ankle. And watch him just collapse forward into the spear.
Alright.
I tried to yell in Sylvan Timber.
Alright.
I just end up saying limber.
As you swiftly run around and just snap the creature's ankle, minimal effort, it falls forward into the spear you placed into the pierces fully through to the back of its skull.
Hey, ho, let's go.
And you see the creature itself begin to glow.
Oh, that's bad. Okay.
And
I'm gonna try to run.
And shrink
Okay,
into
shrink.
a what you would assume to be a baby version of it.
Okay. Is this thing a genie? Is that what this is? No? Okay.
It's an immortal wild fae.
Okay. Okay.
And it is currently stumbling around in a very baby. Roll perception.
4.
Yeah, you don't notice anything. You feel a tap on your shoulder.
Uh-huh.
As you turn.
I'm gonna roll out of the way and then turn around because I don't want to get stabbed by random dudes.
All right. You tumble very lithely away from the
I
direction the
resummon
tap
my
came
spear
from.
as well. It's like, who the fuck?
And you see the Earl King in all standing before you.
Okay. Ooh, that's fair. Okay, I lower my weapons and I nod like a badass.
And the Earl King stands there. He doesn't say anything, though you can feel his approval vibrating through you.
That's fair.
And he nods to you and picks up the little baby beast and then steps into empty air and disappears.
Okay. Nice chat.
As you look around, you notice that all of the attacking forces are now running away in fear and terror.
Well, duh, I casted a fear spell. Alright. I look at my little trophy from the Spriggan dude.
It glows with a luminescent green light.
Put it up to my ear.
And is still beating.
I put it up to my ear.
Yeah, you hear.
I lick it.
It tastes like pine sap.
It's fair. I kind of figured, and I put it away in a leather sack, leather pouch, and I look around the battlefield and see if anyone else needs my assistance.
You notice a wobbling hoof sticking out of one of the battlements.
Is it a satyr hoof or a minotaur hoof?
Minotaur.
Okay. Is this the one I remember? I'm gonna go.
You don't know, as you do not know him by his hooves.
Okay. I'm gonna try to dig him out and say,
all right,
in Sylvan, try to say, battle's over.
All right. You succeed in saying it in Sylvan. By the way, you now are in Sylvan.
I'm proficient?
You are familiar, like, you can speak broken Sylvan.
Okay.
You can't have proficiencies to it. You can say short sentences, some phrases,
I can communicate simple ideas in Sylvan.
Yes.
Which is the general way of saying broken something.
Yes.
Fair enough.
And he says, Lord, in Sylvan.
I'm just gonna try to dig him out of there.
And
Minotaurs are really heavy, right?
Yeah, they are. Though you do believe the above him would be able to be moved with your levitate spell, as the battlements were made out of essentially hardened dirt.
How does levitate? Shit. I don't have a description for it. Wait. Oh, wait, yeah, I do. One creature or loose object.
Yep.
Okay, I'll try to levitate the stuff off of him.
All right. It takes a couple minutes, though you do manage to free him, and you notice it to be Gore, the Minotaur that flew past you.
Yep.
He appears to have a broken collarbone, a broken horn, a bloodied nose, and also a chipped hoof. His breathing is ragged but steady.
Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna call for a couple of the satyrs, because usually they can use some kind of healing magic to at least help him
All right.
get the fuck out of
You
here.
yell in Sylvan for healers,
Mm-hmm.
and two satyrs run up with what appears to be some sort of cot, makeshift gurney of sorts, to which they kind of roll him onto with little ceremony, and haul him back to a rally point of sorts.
Okay.
They are straining and groaning under the weight of him, but manage to carry him.
Alright, I'm gonna assist them and just get him back. And then
All right.
I suppose retire. I don't quite know.
All right. Once you have Gore situated, in his bedding, essentially, it's a small bedroll on the ground, which he is far too large for, but they make do by placing the gurney down and just him on it.
It's like one guy trying to sleep on a jacket.
Yeah. And the satyrs quickly go to work with healing salves and magic in an attempt to bring him back from the brink of death.
Okay, I just say they'll patch you up.
And he grunts and nods his thanks to you and lifts a shaky hand up in an attempt to grasp yours.
Okay, I'll shake his hand and just say not a worry. Ugh.
And with that, you hear the Earl King's voice in your head once again.
Yep.
Calling you to his chambers.
Here comes some material plane speech. Just be like, gotta run. As best I can translate in Sylvan.
Of course.
It comes out as gotta gallop.
Gotta trot.
Yeah, which is very rude to a Minotaur. And I fucking dash out of there.
You accidentally say hot to trot.
Yeah. How do I trot? And I dip out of there.
All right. With great haste, you make your way to chambers, though you are beaten. What's your HP at?
14?
Oh, that's not that bad. Good.
Yeah. 17.
17, okay.
I'm doing okay. It was that last little, like 10 health that got me under half.
Yeah. And you make your way with haste to the Earl King's chambers to find that once again the door is back to the way it was previously.
Okay.
And he welcomes you into.
Do I have any inkling as to why that was that way?
You assume it's sort of like a gate to a different that is also his
Okay.
private chambers.
So it's kind of a portal.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I guessed.
And he almost immediately senses your presence at the door. It melts away, and he welcomes you in.
All right.
He leads you through a rather opulent sleeping area to a small library-esque area where there are several books and a writing desk, along with a chair, a hearth.
At this point, the adrenaline is wearing off, so I'm just like, oh,
Yes.
fuck. Like trying, like rolling my shoulder, and like my cheek is now numb because of, or like in pain because of the scratches.
Mm-hmm. And on the desk, there is 2 goblets. He sits down on one side of the desk, and you notice the other side as well.
Say the last part again.
He sits down in a chair on one side of the desk, and you notice a chair on the other as well.
Yeah.
And he motions for you to sit down.
I'm happy to take a seat. And I sit down, pull the chair back some. I don't want to be like at the table. Cause like he's a big dude. He can just lean forward and grab me by the fucking throat.
Yes.
So I'm gonna stay at least like, you know, a few inches off from the table.
You also notice now that the battle is finished that the strength you carried with you while you were in battle has vanished as well.
I assumed as much.
And he sits down and picks up a very large goblet.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that goblet.
You notice a dark liquid. That's it.
That's fine. That's fair.
Do you smell the liquid?
Yeah.
It appears to be, according to what you smell, a mixture of a metallic scent, an almost coppery scent, and alcohol.
Okay.
And the Earl King removes his great horned helm and takes a long drink from it, and motions for you to enjoy yourself a drink as well.
You've been watching me all this time. I don't expect you to. You shouldn't expect me to drink alcohol at this point.
Of course. And he snaps his fingers. There's a different dark liquid in the goblet.
Okay.
It does not smell of alcohol.
But it has the same coppery tinge.
Yes. And he says, "Will this be more to your liking?"
Am I to know what is in it first?
Yes, it is traditional blood wine, though yours is free of alcohol.
I've taken darker ceremonies and take a drink.
It tastes surprisingly sweet.
Yep. Okay.
And
I mean,
there's
yeah, this is nothing compared to the process of becoming of the Hunter's Bane. Honestly.
oh yeah, it tastes surprisingly sweet, and you find it actually quite palatable.
Yeah, that's what I was not hoping for. I would rather it just be fucking me personally, because like it's even worse when the Kool-Aid tastes good. But all
and
right, let's roll with it.
you notice hints of various spices in there, um, almost almost as if they are the same spices used for some meads.
Okay, so this is okay. This is blood mead. You got
And
it, dude. Yeah, I'm never gonna drink a fucking thing of alcohol here ever.
and
Yeah, not here. Maybe in a more comfortable space.
well, no, it's fair. Um, and he kind of just relaxes and sits back, and you can tell that as opposed to many of your previous encounters with the Earl King, this is much more informal,
Yeah,
informal
seems to
encounter.
be.
The hearth is currently without a fire, though. At a word, it ignites and spreads a warmth into the room. The Earl King removes a leather-bound journal from one of the shelves and a quill and ink well from one of the drawers, and begins writing. And he looks up at you and says, "You have fought well today, my champion."
I'll take off my helmet. And I'll put it on the table.
All right.
I suppose I have, but what caused that fight initially anyway? Obviously, it had something to do with me, but
Yes, it did. Though I suppose in many ways it has as much to do with me.
so what was
Mortal,
it?
you radiate a power here that is only known to 3.
Is one of the others the summer champions, Slate?
Yes, he is one.
Hmm.
It is a power that can be taken by force. And some of the more reckless of the Fae seek to hold that power for themselves. Your trek through the woods alerted you many great powers of your existence, as you have been under my aegis every other time we have gone out. It was something that did not occur to me, as I have not had a mortal champion in my realm for quite some time. And
Why
that power,
is the mortality so important?
because this is Fey magic bound to a mortal soul, as opposed to Fey magic bound to a Fey soul. It is a foreign magic to you, and does not bond easily. And therefore can be taken if your life is taken.
Ah, Understood. I'll take even further precaution.
Know that only one of the Fae could take this power from
Even so, I've been here long enough to know that when deals are when deals are had, well, many things can be traded for such a power.
Yes. And with that, he sits back after writing in his journal, and he kind of swirls his goblet a bit and takes another long pull of it. And you're level 6 now.
Whew! That means a lot to me. God damn it. Oh, I get another Crimson Right. Oh. Oh.
And
Hello, fire.
the Earl King kind of just stares into the fire, and says, "You carry strength within you, mortal, that is different from that in all of fairy.
Well, I haven't done much self reflection, so do tell. And I'd take another drink as well.
It is a strength of character within you, mortal. It is not one found in the other mortal champions. They are simply pawns used by the queen.
I've noticed. Well, just from the one I've met, he seemed very flat.
Yes. They exist for one purpose, and that is to disrupt their opposite. You are different. You have no direct opposite. I am king of the chaotic Fae. I exist between the realms of summer and winter. And therefore, you alone have choice. And with that, he downs the rest of his wine, sets it down, and you notice that it is now full again. And he just kind of stares into the fire and says, "You have earned trophies during your battle, I assume? You struck down many great foes."
I only took the one from the rider, the wooden one.
Ah, I see. And with that, he kind of just runs his hand over the desk, and the broken tusk from the giant beast shows up. A rightful trophy it is, one no other can claim.
That beast is important.
Yes. and it is mine now, thanks to you.
I seem to have been getting you a lot of power.
Yes. This is, after all, a mutually beneficial relationship. I do not do this out of the goodness of my heart. I do this to garner favors, power, and a larger sphere of influence. And to hunt. His eyes sharpen as he stares into the fire.
Understood.
Where is your other trophy?
And I take out this friggin' heart.
Alright. He runs his hands over both of them, and the tusk disappears. And the heart gets a small chain attached to it and a metal cage surrounding it. And he says, "Summon your bow, hunter."
Okay. And I...
You notice that when you summon your bow, one of the previously obsidian points of the bow is now a bone white.
Alright. Alright. Good stuff.
He says, "May these aid you on further hunts. You are dismissed."
Understood. I'll take another sip, put on my helmet, spin my ass around, and walk the fuck out.
Good stuff. And I assume you're gonna go to your room, your chamber?
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat food first.
Oh, in the Great Hall.
In the Grand Hall.
All right. As you enter, you are met by rousing cheers.
As I enter, or was that happening before I entered?
No, as you enter, you are met personally. Rousing.
Ah, fantastic. Even more reason for people to fucking hate me. Even more reason for people to hate me. But that's fine.
Okay, I assume you sit down to eat at one of them.
Yep.
Alright. As you sit down, the hunters next to you clap you on the shoulders and are cheering for you. And as you look around, you notice that every eye is on you right now. Whether people are glancing over their shoulders from behind you.
That's fair.
Or...
Yeah. I'm not gonna make this a Castle Volkihar thing from Skyrim. I'm just gonna... I'm not gonna make this a Castle Volkihar thing. Where I'm trying to garner fame and power to overthrow the fucking bullshit McGee. Nah, I'm just eating my food, seeing what's up, and dipping the fuck out.
You hear many tales of various triumphs that the hunters committed, and also that the Fae did. You hear of how the battlements were made, and you know what creatures they fought, and you learn a significant amount about some of the creatures that you found in fairy, and now you will have lower DCs on some checks when it comes to investigating.
Hey ho.
And roll charisma for me a few times.
Okay. Since I leveled up, I'm... Does this count as my short rest?
Yes, I will allow this to count as a short
Oh,
rest.
thank fucking... Ugh. Okay. I'm going to cast Tongues.
Mm-hmm.
Which just helps me understand Sylvan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And charisma checks. How many? How many?
3.
That's a... Fuck. A 3 and a 4 and a 5.
All right. After a couple of social blunders.
I mean, I'm not here to be social, but you know.
I know. You hear some hunters kind of talking a little bit of shit.
That's fine.
And you make a crack at them fucking. And people laugh.
All right.
That's it.
Is the laughter at me?
No, at the joke.
Ah, okay. How did that work? All right.
Super low DC because you literally turned.
I what now?
You literally turned an army around. So I mean.
Yeah. All right. This is one of those
They
rolls,
generally
just
they,
like
they generally are thinking.
for that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you would have had to roll a nat 1 to fail.
That's fair. I'm just waiting for that 5% chance.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It was a 3 of 4 and 8.
Okay. Yeah.
Ha!
People laugh really hard. A couple people are like, a couple of the hunters get red in the face, just from hearty guffaws, and even the hunters who you threw the joke at, laugh heartily and begin throwing jokes at you.
Charisma is just not one of those things Zephyr can do, man.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn. All right.
And with that, you announce loudly that you'll be retiring to your room as you fought an army today, and everyone raises their goblets and cheers you as you leave.
I'm gonna raise my bow.
And
my new special bow. Helmet under my arm.
It garners a couple of kind of awestruck looks, and the helmed hunters that you can see in various spots throughout the room look at it with acceptance and kind of almost pride as they hold their bows up, and you see unique things on each of them.
Mm-hmm. So am I like their rank, or reaching their rank?
You are essentially their rank.
Oof. All right.
And if you'd like to, on your way back to your room, you can investigate that Spriggan.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. When I'm gonna get to my room and go to that desk.
All right.
And investigate the new stuff. The new stuff in my bow. It was the Spriggan heart in the cage?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate.
You notice that on one of the four walls of the cage there is a door.
Okay. He didn't explain anything because he never explains anything because he's the fucking Earl King and he don't care. All right. I'm gonna open it. So
You open it.
is this like the Harry Potter fucking egg where it screams at me?
What direction do you open it in? Do you open it away from you, towards you?
Away from me.
A bright green light shines from the opened door.
Uh-huh. And blast a hole in the wall?
Yeah.
Is it just like a flashlight kind of ray?
As you're spending time focusing on it and looking at it and investigating it, you suddenly get the feeling that if you so chose, it could be focused in a way to damage someone.
Okay. Is it like a bright light otherwise? Just like a torch light?
Yeah, it is essentially a bright light in a direction.
Okay. That's kind of goofy. It's an interesting trophy.
You see that if you open the door and attempt to remove the heart, you actually can remove it, and it shines a dim light in all directions.
All right.
Essentially, what this will do, now that you are attuned to it,
Yeah. Okay.
is if you focus on it, it will send out a similar spell to what that Spriggan cast.
Yeah.
It's a wave of green energy that will kind of cause plant growth and deal damage in a radius.
Okay.
If they happen to fail the save, prone by it. And it has 3 charges, which refill daily at dawn.
All right. Good enough. So it always has 3 every day?
Yes.
Do I know the damage on that?
Yes, it is 1d8.
A D8.
It's not a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But it's mainly used as a utility to back the fuck off you.
Okay. So it's like a weak thunder wave.
Yes.
But yeah, it's like a weak thunder wave. All right, cool. Well, that's that then. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to retire.
All right, and we'll go ahead and end there for today.
Okay. Good stuff. That was some good stuff.
All right.
Those are some good work. All right.